We're not poor. At least that's what we keep telling ourselves. We work, we pay the rent, we pay the mortgage.
Would not be living paycheck to paycheck because they're like, wow, they have all this money coming in. There's no way that they could be spending all of this. You're wrong.
So, your ass is broke. Thing number one, I would say, is somebody who is super flashy. People.
I don't care what nobody say. If you got paid today and you pay all your bills tomorrow and got groceries, then
you're like, nigga, you broke on paper.
Yep.
Because you want to write everything off. But again, you hear him, you go get you the G-Wagon, you write that motherfucker off. And it's like
back being a hoe where I'm loved at, stray dog vibes. These bitches be broke. I'm talking bottom of the barrel, don't got shit to offer, bitch.
On paper, they look fine. Good job, decent paycheck, normal life. But after rent, groceries, insurance, and bills are paid, there are almost nothing left. And that's the reality for millions of Americans. Drop a comment below. Let us know what you own, what you don't own. Are you rich on paper or gold, Bitcoin, land, cars? What are you rich on? Or you just a consumer? If you are one of those, drop a comment. Let's check out this video.
We're not poor. At least that's what we keep telling ourselves. We work, we pay the rent, we pay the mortgage, we pay the childcare, we fill the car, we fill the fridge, or at least we try to. We got the pay rise, then the food went up. We worked the overtime, then the energy bill landed. So we changed supermarkets, we cancelled subscriptions, we took our lunch to work, we used the loyalty cards, we did all the things we were told to do. And somehow there's still less left. We earn too much for help, but apparently not enough to stop thinking about money, not enough to stop checking the bank before saying yes, not enough to stop doing the little calculation every time the kids ask, can we? And maybe that's the bit we don't talk about enough because we're working, we're earning, we're trying. We haven't suddenly become terrible with money. Life has just started costing more. And that's why I called this page, We're Not Poor Yet. Because so many of us aren't poor, but we don't feel comfortable either. We're somewhere in the middle, working, paying, juggling, trying to get that little bit of breathing room. We're not poor yet. The numbers changed.
I'm going to tell you guys why most people that are making well over six figures are still living paycheck to paycheck. You would think most people that are making well over six figures would not be living paycheck to paycheck because they're like, wow, they have all this money coming in. There's no way that they could be spending all of this. You're wrong. And they're making these crucial mistakes that most people don't even know they're doing. And I'm going to tell you exactly what they are and how you can fix it. It's all about cash flow. It's all about how much money you keep, not how much you make. So if you're taking home $4,000, but you're spending $5,000 a month, well, you're not gaining anything. You're actually going backwards. If you're taking home $2,000 and you're spending $3,000, it doesn't matter. This goes for everyone. But most people that are making well over six figures, they are living above their means. They are increasing their lifestyle because they think they deserve it. Stop doing that. I need you guys to do this today. I need you to download some kind of budget and I need you to track your expenses. And if you are spending more than you make, stop it and change that. That is going to be the biggest actionable step you can take today to change your financial future. Follow me for financial literacy that school did not teach you.
In my previous post about Little Meech, I said that I know too much about finances. I'm able to recognize someone that's broke versus someone that actually has money. Somebody was like, how, girl, I need you to do a series. So instead of a series, let me just give you like 4 or 5 things that I know that lets me know your ass is broke. Thing number one, I would say, is somebody who is super flashy. People that make a lot of money, yes, they can be flashy. If you are a regular, normal person with a 9-to-5 job, and let's say you might make $150,000 a year, bitch, why you got 2 or 3 car payments? That shit don't make no fucking sense. A lot of times people live these lives that are like curated, you know, for certain styles or whatever. And it just It don't make sense. They never down. They always up no matter what. Most of the reason why I know people don't have money is because when I open their credit reports, it's riddled with high interest credit card debt. Yes, they may have a wonderful income, but their income met with debt makes no sense. It cancels each other out. So yeah, you can have the income and still be broke at the same time. And a lot of times people just swiping their card the last 8 to 10 days of the month just to make it to the next month. So people that's always using their credit cards, very broke. Don't let them razzle dazzle you about their bullshit with them points. A lot of times people try to overcompensate their lives with like status symbols. Like a status symbol could be like somebody that has Louis Vuitton, right? But they don't have leather Louis Vuitton. They have like entry level Louis Vuitton. And then they don't realize that coated canvas is not leather. And especially when they do stuff that's unprompted, like voluntarily saying, I got this $7,000 Chanel bag. What they got to do with anything? We sitting here talking about Chris Brown tickets. Why are you telling us that you gonna bring your $7,000 Chanel bag to the Chris Brown? Girl, if you don't get your line ass. And then like last thing I would say, people that have a lot of money, a lot of income, flashy clothes, but they still don't have no assets. So like, why do you got this job over there at Duke Power, Duke Energy, but you ain't got no 401k? Like, why do you live in a high-rise apartment in Buckhead, but you don't own no type of real estate and you 45 years old? Why do you still drive an entry-level Mercedes and you done been driving an entry-level Mercedes and entry-level BMW since we graduated college in 2005? Like, these are dead giveaways that people don't have actual sustainable assets that grow over time. It's all surface level. Everything about them is surface level. There's nothing deep that goes past the 30th of the month. And an honorable mention is anytime you hear somebody talk about you shouldn't be pocket watching and why you watching my pockets and why you watching it, baby, that is the line for I spend money irresponsibly and I don't want you looking deep into it because I ain't really got it and I don't want you to know.
I don't care what nobody say. If you got paid today and you pay all your bills tomorrow and got groceries the next day and you only have $10 left in your account, you're not broke. You're responsible. That's exactly what you are, responsible. So I'm telling you, man, don't let them people think, make you think that you're broke. You're responsible. A lot of folks ain't responsible. They will not pay their bills, but they will be going out to eat and party and their bills ain't paid yet. They broke. It's a big difference.
I'm just now able to go pull equity out of my properties because I'm doing nigga shit like writing off everything on my taxes. So now, again, when I try to go to the bank, the people that I need money from, they like, nigga, you broke on paper. Yep. Because you want to write everything off. But again, you hear them, you go get you the G-Wagon, you write that motherfucker off. And it's like, bruh, how? You know how much money you have to make to write off a G-Wagon? Right. You have to make money to write something off. Like, and you have to make way more money than what you're writing off for that shit to even factor in and count.
I know from experience, bro. 2018 is my first year in business. I probably made around 150,000. Listening to people on the internet, I wrote everything off I could possibly write off, bro. No bullshit. I'm trying to buy this property. But I'm like, I don't want to use my bread. I'm gonna just get this little loan. It was only like a $20,000 loan. So they looked at my shit. They said, bro, you ain't make no money. I said, hold on, what you mean I make no money? I'm like, oh, it's because I wrote everything off.
If you don't pay taxes, you're broke. When motherfuckers be getting tax returns and all that shit, like, bro, like, you broke. You wasn't supposed to get that. No, like, motherfuckers who make money, they pay taxes.
Bro, you ain't lying, bro. This is the truth.
Like, so, like, when I be hearing motherfuckers be talking this shit, and like, I just be like, bro, like, y'all really don't know nothing about business, money, credit, just none of this shit for real. Y'all just real live internet niggas.
If you really,
like, you know what I'm saying? All your information comes strictly off the internet. No experience. No, like, you know what I'm saying? No mentorship, no big homies. You just out here picking up clips off the internet and going to repeat them shits.
No, facts. If you ain't lying, bro. If you really making bread when the tax season comes, you're not really looking forward to
Man,
the shit.
And I just realized that I might be out of touch. I was unaware of just how bad people were doing in this economy. I was thinking, you know, after payday, you pay all your bills and whatnot, you might just have just a little bit left over. And that was what I meant by paycheck to paycheck. Yeah, I just seen somebody post their bank account. The shit had 93 cents. He didn't have a full dollar in there. It's way worse than I thought it was. I thought most was just having a little bit after the check and whatnot. No, y'all not having nothing at all. Like, y'all having cents in y'all bank account entire. Oh, whoa, I'm way out the loop.
And I ain't speak on this either. I'm back in the streets, right? I'm back being a hoe where I'm loved at, stray dog vibes. These bitches be broke. I'm talking bottom of the barrel, don't got shit to offer. Bitch ain't even got gas money. Like, I can't even fuck you properly because you just ain't got shit, bro. You ain't got nothing. I don't require much, but the much that I require, you don't even got that.
Some people aren't broke. They're undisciplined. Daily drive-through, new clothes every drop. Subscriptions you forgot about. Common sense truth, small leaks sink big ships. What's one expense you cut?
Watching that woman make that TikTok talk about not everybody is struggling, Dr. something, I'm not going to put any respect on her name because what she said was very disrespectful. For her to say that she was just homeless a couple of years ago and now she's just disgusted by the people who are making the age of disclosure videos about being broke. She could never. I paid $100 for my nails. I paid over $1,000 for my hair. Girl, there was once a point in time where I had a thriving salon and you couldn't tell me that I wasn't going to be well-to-do. And then COVID hit. And the government said, your business is not essential. Cut it out. Do you understand that if it wasn't for the grace of God, if it wasn't for the fact that I had taken care of people, I had treated people kindly, if it wasn't for the fact that I remained humble and didn't get too big for my britches, I know I could have potentially lost everything. How disgusting. Now, where I will agree with her is that there are some people that are saying that they are struggling, but they do have their priorities a little bit, messed up. Okay? If you are struggling to pay your rent, you do not need to go and upgrade your phone if your phone is still working. If you are struggling to feed yourself and pay your bills, you shouldn't be at nobody's concert. Watch it online. Somebody will be streaming it live on TikTok. But to be so nasty, for you to believe that you are so above because you normally be on rich TikTok. Ugh. And as a woman who is now in a household with 4 incomes, I would never. Doesn't matter how much money we're making. Doesn't matter how well-to-do we are becoming. I remember when I didn't have nothing, and so does that man. I remember when he first started his business and wasn't making no money. I remember struggling to find clients. I remember not being able to pay all my bills and having to ask for a payment arrangement on my lights just so I could pay my rent. People better remember where they came from, because how quickly we forget is just how quick we could be back there.
If you're well off financially, please shut up about how you wish you had your time back. I'm not saying that's not something you should focus on. I'm just saying, like, hearing entrepreneurs who are like well off complain about being busy, that's crazy. There's nothing wrong with a busy day. But boy, I be busy as hell. I ain't never going back. There was a time where I was shmoo a keitel. You understand me? All I wanted was the opportunity to work, to make more money. I literally was I would have killed somebody for that opportunity. I just feel like the wrong people be getting blessed because I don't give a I work for 24 hours straight. So long as I got my bread, yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I swear to God, I'll do whatever I have to do, bro. I'm good. If I got to drive from here to Timbuktu, pick up 1,000 pounds, hold it on my back, I got money? Okay. Because right now, people are broke as fuck. I've been really taking the temperature of TikTok and how people are talking about money. People are broke as fuck. And I'll be out of touch sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. Because my life be going good, but I be Damn. If you catch me complaining, I'll still be up at 4:30 a.m. getting shit done. Do. Like my motherfucking life depend on it. What? I don't even go to work no more. Like my motherfucking life depend on it. I be shipping out these packages, these Professor Pep Candy Peptide Preparedness Pack. I be taking care of shit. I be driving around the city. I got other businesses and shit. I be doing what the fuck I gotta. Boy, y'all ain't felt struggle, boy. Y'all know, I'm trying to tell you that story I told you the other day. Y'all know what it feel like to put on your janitor shirt, walk outside your damn car gone, and you done paid hella catch up payments and they took your shit anyway. You don't know what that fucking feel like? No. Cause y'all know I follow business pages. Like I follow a lot of business stuff. And I'm a part of a business group. That's what really pissed me off this morning. Somebody who got way more money than me talking about, oh, just so busy. Me talking about, oh, just so busy. Bro, I wouldn't complain about being busy at the level I'm at now. But when I get to your level, what? You ain't even gonna hear me. I don't give a fuck if I gotta work for 24 hours straight, 3 days in a row. I don't give a fuck. You ain't gonna hear nothing from me.
It is 2025. I do not care how much money you make, what your salary is, if you are too tired to even live. Your money means nothing if you are feeling like garbage every single day and you're too exhausted to do anything. That literally means nothing. Imagine making all this money and you are on your deathbed with full of regret of things that you could have done, that you could have rerouted into, that you could have made sacrifices to do and left certain things. Imagine sitting on your deathbed and having these thoughts of regret because you let something take control of your entire life, that towards the end of your life, you are literally trying to use your money to buy back your health and buy back your body. Make it make sense. 2025, a wake-up call for everybody that your health is more important than the salary and the numbers on your paycheck.
Growing up is realizing we do actually use that math they taught us in school. Y'all, I'm sitting here looking at this check and trying to figure out the taxes on it, how much money I'm going to owe. And I realized that about 25% of this money goes to Uncle Sam. If you remember math in school, that's 1/4, 1/4, which means that if a year has 12 months, 1/4 or 1/4 of that year is 3 months. That means that for the first 3 months of the year, every year, I'm working just to pay Uncle Sam. We are all working just to pay Uncle Sam. We don't start making money really until about April. Now, most people get a W-2, the W-2 worker, so you get the pay stub and you see all the stuff. They just spread that money out over time, but if you actually added it all up, you would realize that January through March, roughly, you working to pay Uncle Sam. You don't make nan dime until April. That should be enough to make us sick. That should be enough to make us riot in the street. So right now, what's today? Today is February 17th. We ain't actually earning no money right now, contrary to what we might think. If you really look at how much money is going out, we're not even earning no money right now.
Have you ever noticed something that doesn't seem to make sense? Everywhere you look, people are talking about how expensive everything has become. Canadians are struggling with housing costs, groceries, insurance, debt, interest rates, and people say they're stressed, they're worried, and they're feeling squeezed. Yet, at the same time, you drive through a neighborhood and you're seeing brand new trucks, luxury SUVs, renovated homes, boats, trailers, and expensive vacations all over social media. And if you're struggling financially yourself, it can create a really uncomfortable question. Like, if everyone says they're struggling, why does it seem like everyone around me is doing better than I am? And the truth is that appearances can be incredibly misleading. Some people genuinely are doing very well, for sure. Business owners in certain industries have had strong years. Some professionals have seen their incomes increase significantly. Some people bought homes decades ago and benefited enormously from rising property values. Others inherited money or received financial help from family. Some people invested successfully. Some people simply earn much higher incomes than the average, right? And those realities absolutely do exist. But And here's the thing. There's another side to the story that people rarely talk about. Canada is also carrying record levels of household debt. So for years, low interest rates made borrowing feel relatively painless. People financed vehicles, renovations, recreational properties, and lifestyle purchases because the monthly payments seemed manageable at the time. Then interest rates started rising. Suddenly, many Canadians discovered they didn't necessarily own those lifestyles as much as they thought they did. They were financing them. And there's a big difference. One of the reasons social media can be so damaging is that it allows us to compare our financial reality to someone else's highlight reel, right? We see the new truck, but not the monthly payment. So we see the vacation photos, but not the credit card balance. We see the renovated kitchen, but not the home equity line of credit. We see the success, but not necessarily the stress. And I think that's important because many people quietly assume they're falling behind when in reality, they may simply be comparing themselves to, incomplete information. I was talking to somebody recently who said they felt embarrassed driving an older vehicle because everyone around them seemed to have something newer. Then they discovered that several of those newer vehicles carried payments larger than their entire monthly transportation budget. And suddenly the comparison looked very different. So what's interesting is that economists often talk about something called lifestyle inflation. As incomes rise, spending trends tend to rise as well. And, the bigger house leads to higher taxes, insurance, utilities, and maintenance. The newer vehicle leads to larger payments. The nicer vacation becomes, the new normal. Sometimes people with high incomes just feel as financially stressed as people earning far less because their expenses expanded alongside their earnings. Now, obviously, none of this means people shouldn't enjoy success, right? If somebody works hard, builds businesses, makes smart investments, creates wealth, that's fantastic. Like, all the power to you. We should celebrate that. But I think many Canadians would benefit from remembering that financial appearances don't always tell the whole story, because the goal isn't to look wealthy. Okay. The goal is to build security. The goal is reducing stress. The goal is creating options. The goal is sleeping well at night, knowing that an unexpected expense won't completely derail your life. And honestly, I think that's where the conversation needs to go. Instead of constantly comparing ourselves to what other people appear to have, maybe we should focus more on strengthening our own financial position, like paying down debt, building savings, developing skills, creating additional income opportunities, increasing resilience, because comparison is exhausting. There will always be someone with a bigger house, a newer vehicle, a more impressive lifestyle, but financial peace of mind isn't visible from the street. Ultimately, when you see beautiful homes and expensive vehicles, just remember that. There are many possible explanations. Some people are genuinely thriving, for sure. Some are carrying significant debt. Some are benefiting from decisions they made decades ago. And some are simply projecting an image. And, the reality is that you rarely know someone's complete financial picture. And that's exactly why comparing your life to theirs is usually a losing game.
I just want to point out that you're not broke. You're actually just pre-rich. So it's not that you can't afford that right now because you're broke. It's that you can't afford that right now because you're in your pre-rich era. But don't worry, when you're in your rich era, you'll totally be able to afford it. And I just think that you should take that, add that to your vernacular, try it out at some dinner parties, try it out in your manifestations, because you're not broke, babe. You're just pre-rich. You can take that to the bank.
I ain't gonna lie. I be getting so upset when Black people and low income are in the same category. Like, why the fuck do we always gotta get put in the category of having no money and poor? Do y'all not know it's poor white people? It's poor Mexicans. Everybody is a little bit poor in different races.
Most people who think they're broke aren't actually broke. It isn't that you don't have enough money. You just have to stop buying a bunch of dumb you don't need.
Yeah, this is how I can tell that, a lot of people don't have no money. And a lot of this is we really in a recession right now. Like, people are broke down to their last penny is because I don't see no delivery trucks. I don't see no UPS trucks. I don't see no FedEx trucks. I haven't been seeing no Amazon trucks, none of that. This is the holiday time when you start seeing a lot of trucks. I don't see none of that. I usually hear delivery trucks all the time. Or when I'm out and about, I see delivery trucks all the time. I haven't seen not one. Every once in a while I see one, but I haven't been seeing any. People are so freaking broke. Like ugh, this is horrible. This is truly, truly horrible. I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know what we're gonna do. You got people that's losing their jobs from left to right. Thank God I still have a job. I thank God that I still have a job. But something gotta give. Something gotta give.
How does someone who grew up broke and poor their whole life ever become rich with their mind? My whole philosophy is that it's all about your inner state. Everything that happens in your external reality, everything that comes in for you, opportunities, no opportunities, money, no money, whatever, relationships, friendships, it's all dependent on your inner state of being. How you truly feel gets projected out as a signal, right? And that signal, what dictates your actual physical reality. So what comes in for you or what doesn't. So obviously this is something you can't lie about. It's not like pretend to be happy, pretend to be rich. You have to genuinely feel aligned with what it is that you want to experience. So someone who grew up poor, they're already going to have this mentality set up for a focus on the lack of money, focus on the lack of opportunities, lack of good friends in their life, on good relationships. And to people who grow up like this, like me, it's not necessarily our fault, right? It's not my fault that I grew up like this. And it's also not bad either. It's just you have to learn how to play with the cards that you were dealt. And so whether you're aware of it or not, you tend to look at situations or look at the world, looking at other people and what comes in for them at a place of envy in a way, right? How come they get to have money? How come they get to have these nice things? They get to have good friends and I don't. So you're again focusing on what you don't have, what you wish you could. Everything truly starts in the household. How you grow up programs your mentality, programs your belief system and your perspective, then programs the reality you end up experiencing. It's not like one day someone who was broke just became rich, the first rich person in their family. That person, the first person to become rich in a family, is someone who reprogrammed the way that they think and the way that they feel. Break down what is your beliefs about money. Do you think it's hard to make money? Why do you think it's hard to make money? Do you think that there's other people who are privileged? Do you think that you would never be able to make money? Do you think you're not smart enough? Do you think you're not good enough? You don't have a skill? Do you think you can only make money through a traditional occupation? What are your true beliefs? You have to understand that nothing is true. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just what you believe will be true for you. So if you think it's hard to make money, if you think you won't get the opportunity, it'll be hard to make money and you won't get the opportunity. But that doesn't have to be true for me. Even though I may have grown up like that too, if I continue to believe that and think that way and perceive the world that way, I feel it every single day. It'll continue to limit me and stop me from ever having what I want. If I want money, if I want a more abundant life, if I want to be able to travel, I need money. I have to figure out how to rewire my brain to think that I can do anything. I can make money doing anything. I don't actually have to work hard for anything. Money comes for me in all directions. I'm open to money in all forms. Money and opportunity they go hand in hand. The more opportunity, the more chances to make money. Once you start to work through what holds you back as an individual, what holds you back from chasing your dreams, what holds you back from doing what you like to do? Do you think things are a waste of time? Why do you think they're a waste of time? Do you think you can make money doing that? Why don't you think you can make money doing that? You really have to figure out what is stopping you? What do you believe? And do those beliefs limit you or allow you to grow? Heal my childhood trauma. I place these old beliefs that limit me and hold me back with new beliefs, and I become a completely new version of myself. Now I'm operating at a different frequency. I'm starting to feel abundant, even though I don't need to see money coming in. I just feel like I can do anything. I know it's going to work out for me. I get opportunities all the time. They literally just magically comes in all the time. I wanted to get my nails done. My nails cost over $200. Here you go. Over $1,000 for house sitting this month. What? That's not an opportunity I even went to go seek. It came to me and I accepted it. So all in all, for someone who grew up in poverty or someone who grew up with limited resources, in order for you to bring in the resources, the money, the abundance, the rich life that you want, have to process your trauma, integrate what you learn, rewire your brain, process your trauma, integrate what you learn, rewire your brain. So rewire the way you think about yourself, about what you're capable of, about the world, who loves you, do you love yourself enough? Rewire your mentality to always be geared towards everything always works out. Money is always coming to me. Opportunities are always coming to me. Life is easy. I don't have to work hard for everything. Everything happens for a reason. When you get to a growth mindset, you're unstoppable. Because now every single night you get to embody everything that I just said. You're no longer stressed about money, worried about opportunities, worried about losing your job, keeping your job, struggling, making poor choices that again keep you stuck in this lack mentality. You no longer have to be jealous of people around you succeeding, mad at the world for not giving you opportunities. All of those things I just mentioned reinforce how you feel, and it keeps sending it out, and that's why you keep experiencing the lack of. It sucks that this is not taught early in life. Because if it was, not only would we parent differently, not only would we grow up with less trauma, not only would we grow up with more success and opportunity and more fulfilled lives, like we would be reminded of this power that we have, that we create our reality. Other people influenced you in childhood. Other people's beliefs are what you carry to adulthood. Other people hurt you. You hurt yourself. Like, I'm not blaming you for that. I'm teaching you how it works. And then it's up to you whether you want to make a difference in your life. If you don't change what's inside of you, nothing you do out here matters. It doesn't matter how hard you work if you still have these negative beliefs, these limited beliefs. And if you still feel like a victim, you feel like nothing ever works out, you feel unlucky, you're mad, you're envious, you're resentful, whatever it is, it's not going to work. So many people don't want to do the inner work because it's the hard work. You got to face yourself, face your trauma, face your demons, whatever it is. But when you do, you come out with answers. You come out empowered, motivated, and you inspire not only yourself in the mirror every day, but you inspire those around you.
Y'all ever came across somebody that act overly rich on Instagram and then when you get around them, they're overly poor? My whole thing is people really have got accustomed to living above their means. Just be yourself. Be who you are. Don't fake no funk. Because one thing I ain't doing is faking no funk. It's a struggle out here. That's why my ass is going back to school. Excuse my language.
So I'm here to speak about this topic. You whole need to stop flagging for the Instagram. Y'all be flagging on the net like y'all having it, like y'all life so lit. In real life, you hoes broke. BROKE, broke. Y'all be having a whole highlight of where y'all be going. Y'all be having old Miami this. Y'all be having the pool water and y'all little picture pool looks so nice. Y'all be having a little cake, ice cream with the little flares at the top at the restaurant. Y'all be having the pineapple with the little skinny drinks. Y'all be lit. But when y'all get around us, oh, you hungry. Oh, you ain't eat all day. What you mean you ain't eat? On your highlight, you eating every week, every day. You have emotion. You in Miami. You lit. And then we gotta start the window shopping. Taking a picture of Gucci outside the window. You not even going in Gucci. You not even finna buy nothing. You got one set of Lulu, two set of Skims, but you living, but you having it. Let's do better, man. This shit outrageous. But you texting me. And then when I see you in person, your hand been done in 2 weeks. Why your hand been done in 2 weeks? But on Instagram, your shit stay done though.
If your name's on it, you're a lawsuit target. How the rich vanish on paper. Plaintiff attorneys do not sue broke people. That's what a lot of you don't understand. And guess what? If your assets and your money is in a spendthrift trust, well, you're invisible. You're untouchable. You are broke on paper. And that lawsuit doesn't happen. Never gets filed. This actually happened to me once. In my real estate business, I've been running through a trust, the spendthrift trust. This attorney that was hired by a buyer. There was a dispute about a short sale that we were doing, and it actually got so far where they hired an attorney to go after me. And so I just had my attorney talk to that attorney. He's a very, very prominent attorney here in Orlando. And I'll never forget what my attorney said. She said, Don, she laughed and said, Don, this guy asked me this question. He said, how does this guy do real estate investing? He doesn't have any assets. He doesn't have any money. Well, I have to tell you that thing went away very quickly. Okay. And so this having all your assets and your money in a spendthrift trust is the best deterrent for a lawsuit that there is out there. And there's so many more protections besides that. So what I want you to do is DM me. Don't leave a comment. DM me and say lawsuit. I'll get you more information.
The easiest way to tell someone is broke is if they're like, oh, real wealth is quiet. Real wealth doesn't buy flashy things. Bro, the whole point of getting rich is to literally expand your interests. Buy more of your interests. If someone is interested in houses, they're going to build a bigger house and maybe drive a Honda. But if someone is into cars and they got rich, they're going to buy a Lambo and maybe not have a crazy big house. If someone is into golf, they may buy a golf course and have a small house driving a Honda. Stop telling rich people how they use their money. You're not rich, nor do you know any rich people. You have no rich friends.
Paper rich, actually broke. First of all, let me say being cash poor is a real thing. A lot of people, they tie their money up into investments and real estate, and they go through seasons where they don't have the cash flow or the access to cash. But it's also a real thing for someone to say that I'm cash poor and they're lying, or they're cash poor and they're also poor. When people are cash poor and they come to a point that they have to get the cash, they should have the asset then that made them cash poor to liquidate. If they don't, then there is something else going on here.
Let's go on the floor right now. Your face down and your ass up. It's a robbery.
Hey, do whatever you gotta do, but I ain't getting on the floor.
This is a gun, dude. I said get your ass on the floor right now. You don't see he got a gun, man?
No, I see the gun. I'm just saying, you can do whatever you want to do, bro, but I'm not getting on that floor.
He will pop you, my boy. This ain't a game.
Yeah, well, I haven't been able to afford cleaning supplies lately, and this is my one good t-shirt. That floor's dirty as hell. I'm not getting on the floor.
Look at that floor.
See what I'm saying? I'm not getting on that floor.
Oh, I'm a loser with this guy.
I'm not getting on the floor.
All right, chill, man. Where's the TV at?
I had to pawn it a few months back.
But you ain't got no TV, man?
No.
Damn.
I did start finally realizing why old people watch the sunset.
What about jewelry? Gold, watches? Give me all that stuff. Yeah, come up off that.
I don't even have a TV. You think I got some jewelry stashed around here?
What the hell?
Get real.
Car keys. Run them pockets, my boy.
Yeah, we can flip the whip. Get a little something.
Run those pockets.
I mean, I would, but the repo man was 2 weeks ahead of you guys.
Man, this some bullshit, man.
Tell me about it. Just a couple weeks ago, I wake up, it's 2 a.m., and he's pulling off with the damn thing.
That sucks.
Like, I don't know. I chased him all the way down the driveway, butt naked in the pouring rain.
Well, what do you got, huh?
I mean, not much. I think I got like a couple packs of Raymond left.
So you got nothing of value? No shoes, no nothing?
Nah, man, I got these in my old job from somebody before they fired me.
Damn, man, you got fired too?
Couldn't get there on time with no car, so they finally cut me loose.
That's messed up. Hey, but keep your head up, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, hang in there, bro. Things is gonna look up for you one day. Hey, let me holler at you real quick. All right, look, man. It's like $100, man. Let me take that, man.
Bro, for real? It get you some food or something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, just take that.
Yeah, man, you need that, man. And let me holler at you real quick.
Yeah, man.
You maybe want to come with us, man?
Come get some of this money.
Like, seriously?
Come with us, man. Come get some of this money.
I could really use a job.
Yeah, man, we hit a couple niggas. We cut you in. You be like a wheelman or something.
Lucky I got my backup pair on me. Put this on.
Don't get too excited. It's going to be a long night.
Some of these people actually got stuff, man, and they fight back.
Can you fight?
I thought I was going to be the wheelman.
The wheelman, that's right.
Come on, let's get this money. Thank you guys, for real. Like, I really appreciate it.
Said only broke. Women are never broke. Tomorrow we can be rich. All we got to do is go talk to some old man, and tomorrow we could be at the dealership driving off in a nice car. Next week, we could be moving into our new mansion. Okay, women are never poor. Only men are broke. We like y'all will struggle for years, and all we got to do is meet some dude that likes us a lot more than we like them. That's literally it. Okay, I promise you, overnight success.
I wasn't aware that when people were saying that they was broke, they had $200 left in that account. When I say I'm broke, I got $2.63, and I'm gonna find a way to get a McDonald's deal and spend that $2.63. Okay, I wasn't aware that that was what we was doing.
You're broke by choice. You don't have a money shortage. You have a self-control shortage. You keep saying, if I just made more money, I'd be good. No, you wouldn't. No, you would not. Because the lifestyle that you're chasing is already eating up the paycheck that you have. More money does not fix money habits. It magnifies them. You can't pay your bills, but you're subscribed to more streaming apps than you have friends. You DoorDash $30 meals 3 nights a week, but you swear you can't afford to meal prep. You finance vacations, but then you come home to late bills? Oh, and don't forget, you're wearing $200 sneakers, but you avoid a $200 credit card payment. Make it make sense. That's not poverty. That's priorities. Stop financing your self-esteem. You don't need a new car or new bag or new phone to prove anything to anybody. Separate your needs from your wants. You might need caffeine, but you damn sure don't need a $7 Starbucks every morning when there is a 30-cent cup at home that hits exactly the same. Needs keep you secure. Wants keep you stuck and broke when you can't afford them. Stop blaming your paycheck. Start blaming your choices. You don't need a raise. You need a reality check. Hope that helps.
How you got money in the bank and you still feel broke as hell? I'm finna tell you why, and most people not gonna like this. You don't feel broke because you ain't got money. You feel broke because your money already got a job before you even touch it. You got bills waiting, subscriptions hitting, people expecting. Life already spent your check in your head. So yeah, your account might say $1,200, but in your mind, that's already rent, lights, gas, and don't touch that. Another reason your lifestyle quickly leveled up, but your mindset ain't catched up, you making more, but spending more too. You upgraded your car, your hair, your habits, but you ain't upgrade your discipline. And let's be real, some of y'all not broke. You just don't have control. You got money coming in, but it's going out faster. You ain't got no plan, no structure, just vibes and swiping. That'll have anybody feeling broke. And here's the part nobody says. Sometimes you feel broke because you're comparing. You looking at people online, traveling, shopping, living good. Now your regular life feel not enough. Even though you straight, you're not always broke. You just don't feel secure. And it's a difference because broke is about money, but feeling broke, that's about how you manage it.
Everybody working 40 hours a week just to still be broke. Everybody working just to wait on the next following check to hope they could save something from that check. Meanwhile, we are working for millionaires and billionaires, and we broke. They see the economy is bad, it's bad, it's bad. They still ain't gonna send us no extra, nothing. Working hard and still broke as fuck. That is some weird shit.
A lot of people are broke in real life. Like the people you see constantly on vacation, they're constantly taking trips, constantly out partying, out in the clubs, constantly buying sections, what have you. A lot of them are literally just one missed paycheck away from like straight eviction notice. And it's not that, people are pocket watchers to notice it. It's just the fact that when you look at someone's life and their lifestyle, how they are off social media and then how they are on social media, you can blatantly see that everything is a facade. I say all that to say you should live your life, enjoy your life, work hard for the things that you want in life. Those things will come to you. Just don't look at other people's lives as an indication of your success. Life is not a race. It's a marathon. Everybody has to run at their own pace. Everybody has a different finish line. Some people finish early. Some people finish later in life. But don't look at social media as an indicator of success because it's not. A lot of people on social media they're broke as hell. I'm just gonna be real. A lot of them are very broke.
You know what I think about constantly is the fact that if we all literally just woke up one day and just decided, you know what, those little green pieces of paper, they don't mean anything anymore. Like money, yeah, just nope. Everything's zero. Just that's it. If everybody just did that within 72 hours, just the amount of the entire world, the entire world would collapse in like 72 hours. If we were just like, no, money, nah. It literally is just pieces of paper that we give value. What if we just said it has no more value? Nope. And we're just going to barter and trade and just help each other out like normal people. That's it. Simple as that. And everyone's going to think of it and they're going to be like, oh, that's not possible. Oh, there's no way. Well, what about this, then? No, actually think about it. Just be like, wait a minute. No, what? We don't have to get paid. The only reason we're getting paid is so they can control you. Like, what if your payment was just living your life? Like, you know what I mean?
I literally woke up this morning so broke that it low-key feels like I'm about to die soon because I don't know what else to do. Like, I look at my bank account, I ain't got shit in there. Like, are these like my last days? Like, I don't know. I feel so broke. Just feel like I'm gonna die soon. Like, I don't know what to say. Anybody else like have this feeling?
You know somebody is broke as fuck when they get mad at you for asking them to pay you back. If I ask you to pay me back and you get mad, wow, you might be piss poor. I don't know, because there's no way you got mad over $20. I just asked you to pay me back. At this point, it's some people that I don't even ask for money back, or I don't even pay for shit no more, because I know that you just don't have it. You know, and it's okay not to have it, but don't say you have it and then get me to pay for something and say you pay me back and then act like you don't have it, then get mad. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, you're weird.
One of my favorite clapbacks is when somebody makes a video about a product or service and all the comments are like, that's too expensive. I can't believe you spent money on that. That's not worth it. And the creator comments back saying, not all of us are broke. Because it's true. Stop projecting your brokenness onto me. I will buy whatever I want.
Quit saying men are broke. All men are not broke. They might play broke, but a man is going to go all out for who he really fuck with and who he like. A man will go all out for the woman that he wants to spoil. All men are not broke. He just don't like you like that. He just don't fuck with you like that, sis.
I made a fake account to catch her cheating, and she was telling the fake me that the real me was broke. I'm not broke, I'm just pre-rich.
Sometimes in life, you just have to be grateful that you're broke because you don't know your brokenness is what's kept you alive all these years. Every time I open social media, I'm always seeing a crazy story. Man dies parachuting. Man dies climbing on a cliff. Man dies hang gliding. These are all expensive activities. If you had money, you wouldn't think twice about these activities, but because you're broke, you're analyzing everything. You just have to sit and ask yourself, is my last £500 worth that 15-minute helicopter ride? No, it's not. For all you know, that helicopter could have crashed. I'm telling you, being broke saves lives. This is why rich people always lose their lives doing dumb shit. No, because why do you need to explore the bottom of the ocean? Why do you need to explore the top of a mountain? Now you don't die, finish. You see your life. Even me self, listen, no amount of money in this life will ever make me lose my critical thinking skills. None of these rich people activities entice me in the slightest. In fact, let's gather sense and apply it. If God wanted us to explore the bottom of the ocean, he would have given us gills. If God wanted us to explore space, he would have made us radioactive. So my dear, don't be ashamed that you're broke. Rejoice because it saved your life. Do you know how many times I've wanted to go to an event and I've seen that it's outside of my financial capacity? The next day I check the news on that event and I see that 5 people got shot. Once again, being broke has saved my life.
Your checking account balance is $200.
What is everyone's I'm broke amount? Because for me, the minute my account drops below £2,000, I start panicking. I am officially broke from then.
When I say I'm broke, that don't mean I ain't got no money. That mean I know you finna ask me for something, and I ain't got no money for you. Okay? Everybody, when folks say they broke, that don't mean they dead ass broke. I ain't say I was broker than a motherfucker. I said I'm broke. That mean whatever you finna ask me for, I ain't got it. Now, when I need them shoes, I'ma go get them. I ain't that broke. I just ain't got nothing for you.
People don't see themselves as poor, they see themselves as broke. This was a recent New York Times headline that really struck me as an embodiment of hustle culture. Because poor sounds like a permanent social class, but being broke is temporary. You just haven't made your money yet. You're still on your way, still grinding. You're just one breakthrough away from making it to the top. And as long as people see themselves as future billionaires, they will continue to defend a system that exploits them.
I am 22, employed, completely independent in the city of Chicago, and so grateful I get to do this every single day. On paper. In reality, I am tired. Nobody prepared me for this. I went to college, I got 2 degrees, I did everything right, and yet I feel stuck. In my head, on the other side of college was freedom, was money. I thought I would walk across that stage and into a life that felt big. Yet I have never felt so small and so stuck in my life. In college, I had my classes, sports, working out, my friends, social parties. I had control over my life every single day. And now I sit in an office with horrible lighting and I walk outside and it's dark. It's dark at 5 p.m. And the worst part is you can't even fully be upset because you have a job, Shariah. You can pay your rent. You can eat food. And it's crazy because I know that a lot of America cannot say that right now, which is so heartbreaking. So yes, I do have a job that I'm grateful for, but exhaustion and being grateful can exist at the same time in the same person. And that person is me. Hi. My point is, I think a lot of us got sold a degree in a pretty font. We were supposed to get good grades and graduate, but nobody said what would happen afterwards to me. And I think a lot of people got here, looked around and said, wait, is this it? I don't have a solution yet. I'm still in it, but I'm building something at 10 p.m. every night after the office takes its cut with whatever is left in me. I'm documenting every single part of reality that people don't like to talk about. So I think you should stick around. On paper, it should be fine, but in reality, we'll see. This is on paper.
Everybody ain't broke. Did y'all see the Knicks? How many games were in the finals? People were there and they paid for those tickets. Everybody is not broke. I know we are going through some economic distress, but I need you to focus on what you want and what you don't have. Because lack is only going to attract more lack, and abundance is only going to attract more abundance.
The stupidest thing I have seen are people going broke, trying to prove they are not broke to people who are broke.
You know the easiest way to tell if somebody's broke? It's not their clothes, it's not their car, it's not even how they present themselves. The number one sign someone is broke is gossip. They're always talking about someone else. Who failed, who's dating who gained weight, who lost money, who thinks they're doing better than everyone. Because talking about other people is easier than working on yourselves. People who are building something, though, they don't have time to gossip. They're so focused on their business, their health, their goals, becoming better themselves. So pay attention to what dominates your conversations, because a broke mindset will keep you broke long before an empty bank account ever does.
So on paper, I'm poor. I have nothing. I don't have nothing on paper. Like, you know what really baffles me? That a lot of y'all think that only poor people get government assistance. When I go to my aid office and I stay in the suburbs, you would be surprised the races that I see. Majority of them is the people that own the gas stations and the liquor stores. But y'all think that, oh, if you're on government assistance, you get SNAP benefits, whatever, you're poor. No, it's called strategy, right? So let me break this down. So on paper, I'm poor. I have nothing. I don't have nothing on paper. Like, my car is not in my name. My apartment, not in my name. I don't even have light bills in my name. You know, all I have is an 800 credit score and credit cards. That's the only thing that you can look and see with my name, because everything is under my business name. And my business is attached to my holding company, and my holding company is in Wyoming. I had made a video about this like 2 years ago explaining why I got my holding company in Wyoming, but it's for privacy. So my LLC is under my holding company in Wyoming. My LLC holds all of everything that I got. Like, my cars in my business name, my apartment in my business name, and I make money from my LLC, which is separated from me. So me, C. Phillips, on paper, I have nothing. My business make the money, but I'm not attached to my business because I work for Fantasy Beauty Bar and CP Consulting. I'm an employee for that business, which is my business.
Okay, so I don't care what nobody say. Like, I don't look down on nobody for what they don't have, because I understand everybody be going through hard times, but I don't want to kick it with nobody that's always broke. Like, that's just really irritating, because people who be broke, like, they don't understand that they in survival mode, and they don't even notice when they be trying to use people. Like, no, I don't want nobody coming around me. You always trying to smoke up my smoke. You always trying to drink up my drink. Like, no, like, I don't want to be bothered with that. Absolutely not. And then, like, you ain't never got no gas money, like, nothing to contribute to the kick it. Absolutely not.
So this girl asked, what was the brokest thing that you ever done? And I commented, I said, when I used to work at Domino's, I used to tell my friend, like, girl, call in the order and don't never come pick it up so I could take it home to eat. Because I ain't got nothing to eat. So call that order in and I'm going to take it home to eat it. Because, baby, I ain't got money to eat. Y'all was only paying me $7.25. So I'm coming up out of here with something. But the comments on that video got me weak because, like, damn, everybody being fucked up and broke. Like, some of that shit they was doing is broke as hell. Then I remember when I used to have no money, but I needed gas in my car, I would go to Sheets. Only if you got $1 on that card, you good to go. Fill that motherfucker up. I would fill my car up, and then probably about 2 to 3 days later, they'll try to go ahead and get their little $20 to $30 out. Baby, it ain't there. So just go ahead and overdraft that motherfucker. But all I know, my tank is filled till Friday. Now y'all broke hoes. Now y'all tell me what's the brokest thing that y'all ever done, you know? Oh, I ain't never been that broke. Okay.
Listen, everybody's not poor. Okay? Everybody's not poor. Everybody's not broke. Everybody's not struggling. Everybody has not made poor financial decisions. Okay? Some people actually have it. Some people actually have money, a concept. Some people have actually worked really hard. They've made amazing financial decisions, financial investments. Some people actually have it. In one of the videos, I talked about going places by yourself, and somebody had mentioned that they went on vacations while they were laid off, and somebody else in the comments said, how were you able to do all that traveling if you were laid off? It's called a severance package. If you got a good career, you know about those type of things. You know what I mean? It's called having a savings account. Right? Oh, well, they blew their whole savings to go traveling. How you know that? Some people actually do make good financial decisions. Whereas though if something happens to them, they won't be out on the street. A concept. Okay? Everybody does not live the same life. Everybody ain't struggling. Some people actually got it.
Can I ask you something honestly? If something happened unexpectedly tomorrow, would you have enough saved to get through it? A lot of people right now are living paycheck to paycheck. I was, and that pressure's real. Not having enough in savings, wonder what would happen if something happened before the next check comes in. The truth is, the world has changed. Everything around us is digital. Businesses market online, products are sold online, services are booked online. So instead of relying on one paycheck, why not learn the skills that allow you to participate in the digital economy? I'm not talking about quitting your job tomorrow. I'm talking about learning digital marketing that allows you to create income online. Because when you understand how digital products, marketing, and online sales actually work, you're no longer just watching the economy change. You're part of it. And honestly, that can be one of the most empowering things you can do for your future. So if you've been curious about digital marketing but didn't know where to start, take a look at the tools that I use. And follow my lives because I teach and talk about this every day. Give me a follow and a like, and make sure you catch one of my lives because I break it down so easily for you.